against in the U.S.?
Yes, I'm against in the U.S.
Okay, well, that's really not being against. So you will in another place. It's more culture. So I need to get to the people who are just truly against. Appreciate it. What is going on with the sound? I can't. It's like it's like I'm hearing getting people kind of choppy. All right, go ahead. No excuse. You muted yourself. So we're gonna go to unmute over here. Unmute.
Okay, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir. Yes.
Oh, you just talked to me.
What? Say that again?
No, I said you just spoke. No, I said I was against pay-for-play in the U.S.
I'm sorry, sir. It was a technical issue.
Against for what reason?
I'm against pay-for-play in the U.S. because it's not
in the U.S. In the U.S. or everywhere?
In the United States.
Okay, different subject. It's not just U.S. Okay, I know you guys keep splitting their hairs like it has to be period. Guys, let me make it clear in the Zoom room. You're against pay-for-play anywhere, not just U.S. All right, so want to mute yourself? Hello?
Yeah, how you doing, Mr. Kevin? Thank you for having me on.
How old are you?
32.
Okay, single or married?
Single.
Okay.
So why are you against pay-for-play?
So I'm generally against it because ultimately what it boils down to is it's kind of two things. One, there's an aspect of like genuine desire, and then two, I just value just for me personally. I think my time is just as valuable as hers. My sex is just as valuable as hers. And if I put it to the level to where I'm paying for it, it's almost as if I'm like kind of pedestalizing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree with that. That should not happen.
Are you familiar with who Tom Likas is?
No, sir.
You familiar with Hugh Hefner?
Yes.
Playboy?
That refutes your argument. Genuine desire. Do you think a woman genuinely desired to sleep with Hugh Hefner at 70?
Honestly, sir.
Maybe not.
No. You answer the question directly as asked, sir.
Hugh Hefner because he was the man?
I don't know. I
No, you do. No, yeah, you do. You know why. If Hugh Hefner was Hugh Johnson, would he have the quality of poon he had in his 70s?
No, of course
not. Okay, no. So, the genuine desire argument goes
bullshit
out the window with all other races of men except black men. Black men talk like, well, because I get genuine desire and lust. Why? I'm gonna be honest. Why do you care what a bitch think? Why do you care? If she genuinely desires you or not.
Who cares?
If your time is so valuable, like you say, why don't you get in there, get your nut, and
leave?
Not give a fuck what she thinks.
Exactly. That's the truth.
Right. Well, I'm crimson of the alphabet.
But that's my point. I'm saying it that way. I'm challenging what you say.
This is ridiculous.
It's valuable and this and that. Why the fuck do you care what she thinks after you leave?
Ultimately, what it comes down to is ego. And
ego, exactly. Yes.
Ego.
Which you should not have. Who cares?
You can't overtalk me.
Sir?
Ego. How can somebody who's beneath you damage your ego?
That's the truth. That's the reality. They're beneath
it's not
you.
necessarily about damaging the ego. That's not what I'm talking about. And also another reason I'm kind of against it is that
I need to stop right here.
Yes.
Genuine desire is a fantasy that you guys say to sound like I get a better kind of sexual response from a woman. challenge that, and I show Tom Likas, Donald Trump, Hugh Hefner, countless other men who deal with hot, beautiful women. And I'm saying, why do y'all care whether it's genuine desire? Her pussy is just as wet. And if women, especially, and we're talking, and this is in general, but women at this level lie very well.
Exactly.
They do all the food.
They're serpents.
It's a girlfriend experience.
Yeah, the
They are
GFE.
paid well, you don't know whether it's, I'm sorry, man, but women fake it a lot. You honestly
You don't even know.
You don't know.
desire as much as we think we do.
You think
There's a lot of male
Ego here.
flawed?
I would challenge that.
Okay.
Genuine
Yeah.
desire of it. And I would challenge that from the sense that, okay, again, I give you a scenario.
What do you do for a living?
Back in high school, I wasn't necessarily the buffest student. I wasn't
What
necessarily.
do you do for a living? What do you do for a living?
That doesn't necessarily matter.
No, it doesn't matter. You will answer the question.
He will answer the question.
And he'll answer
on my
it right now.
platform.
For a living,
He'll do
Understand?
it right now.
But you don't do that. That's just not good.
Right, I understand that. I do sales for a living. I do sales and telemarketing communication.
All right. And my point is, no offense, man, but if you had $500 million in the bank, would you care about genuine desire? No. Thank you.
Yes.
Hey,
No,
no,
you answered honestly.
No, you fucking wouldn't. That was the answer, people. That's the truth. This is about worth. You think getting sex on genuine desire is something at this level. I give you $1 billion, you don't give a fuck about genuine desire. So genuine desire
can't be the end
bad.
goal.
Bingo. Just follow the
Man,
logic.
come on, you can't square. You know that's not.
Come on, supply your damn CPU, your brain, sir.
Man, please don't.
No.
Don't do like women and just try to. Don't do like women. Just admit, checkmate, brother. Don't
Checkmate.
over.
Game over.
Game over.
Don't, check
You
your ego.
lose.
Don't do like a woman. If you had $1 billion, you wouldn't give a shit about genuine desire.
You're right.
Yes,
All
All
I'm right.
That's it. That's
Thank
it.
you.
Okay.
I won.
It's over.
The next point.
So again, the next one would be guys who can only get it that way. Like they're not necessarily.
I'm not talking about.
No.
I'm not having that conversation. The men I'm talking about can get it
Anyway.
Many of these men are married and have mistresses. You still want to go back, just like the first guys. You want to go back and make guys impotent and weak. I'm talking about women.
Men are not weak. They're not supposed to be weak.
They won't see them.
Damn.
See what I mean, guys? We're trying to make this a weakened argument instead of a power and strength argument.
I get that, and that's why I said in general. Again, you're talking
But in
about
general, you're talking about a different group of men. I'm not talking about those guys. I'm not talking about those men. Nope.
Okay, so if we're not talking about general men, if we're talking about
No, we're not, because general men can't afford to pay $750. General men can't afford $750 to $1,000 an hour to spend time with a woman. General men can't afford this. General men can't afford hundreds and hundreds of dollars for an hour with a woman. Cash. They can't do it.
Yeah.
The average black man in this country makes $42,000. So in order to have a $500 session, take home, you're talking about damn near a week's, almost
It's
a
a
week's
week's pay.
Why did I do it this way, guys? Because I wanted to show, to have the conversation, to see if we could find any real, substantive, anti-tricky. And what it comes down to
Is
is
ego.
in our culture,
Ego.
black men get shamed because we're supposed to be sexual dynamos who get lustful, genuine desire sex, and we have bought in to the fact that our value is our sexual prowess. Asian men, Middle Eastern men don't have that. People don't think of them as sexual dynamos or whatever. They don't have the burden of being sex gods like black men walk around thinking we all got to be sex gods. Knock that shit off.
It's stupid. Stupid.
Genuine desire, you ain't getting her back. to rental car, A to B.
Yep. You're getting a release. That's the experience. A release.
I really want to be in a dominant position. If you're an alpha male and you want to be in such a dominant position, why do you care what a woman who don't know you says about you if she opened her mouth? When she's in your face and she's saying, "Oh, daddy hit it better. Oh, my Dios mío, papi, you're the best." She's talking that shit and know how to do it. This is so deep for a lot of us because we gotta admit, we have taken our sexual cues from women.
Bingo.
And other races take their sexual cues from men.
Mm-hmm.
I go back to the war example. If the boys were going to get drafted up, you would take them to the brothel because you wouldn't want them to die virgins. And lastly, if I gave you $500 million or $1 billion, would you care about any of this sexual, genuine desire, this, that? And the answer comes back, no. You know how Tom Likas, look him up. You know how freeing and liberating Tom Likas must have felt being a 5'9", 300-pound, 250, 300-pound, unattractive white guy with a small penis, according to him, living in LA, talking about men's content way before YouTube existed. And when women would come up to Hooters or Twin Peaks or all these places, biker rallies, and all these hot young women would come wanting to bang Tom, and Tom Likas says, "Look, I don't spend more than $35 on a date. You do this." Likas 101 was his playbook of how he deals with women. And he would say women would know Likas 101 and they still wanted to bang Tom Likas. And he'd say, "There's no way in hell these women would even give me the second look." He was divorced he was married 4 times. Tom Likas said these women would not even look twice at me. But I got $10 million in the bank, and now they're doing tricks for me.
Yep,
And
tricks.
Tom said, "I don't care about what happens when they leave. I care when they're gone. They can't stay." This is one of the final things I think to help you free so many young men, black men in particular. Stop limiting yourself based upon what you say. You don't care what Alexis and Keisha and so says. Because honestly, a lot of the arguments I've heard sound like y'all care a hell of a lot about what women think.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
Sound like y'all care a lot more about what women think than many of y'all want to lead on to. And if that's the case, let's
Change
fix
it.
that.
Change it.
Because just like I talked to the brother JD, he said in our culture, you get shamed for them. Like, I'm black, you black. Why do I not feel shamed?
You internalized it.
I don't feel it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's after midnight. I think this was a good
This
run.
This is a
good
great.
show.
This is a
Yes.
great show.
We're into
Yes.
Men's Week.
The truth
Next
shall set you free.
This ought to be interesting.